Alright, dear lords and ladies of the YouTube realm, welcome back to the Wolf Diaries. Buckle up, because we need to talk about a certain lord who is severely overlooked and discarded in Season 3. Yes, I'm talking about the one and only Lord Debling. The quirky, lovable gentleman with a heart of gold who, let's be honest, deserved so much more than what he got. Was Lord Debling just used as a stepping stone for Colin and Penelope's romantic awakening? You bet he was. And today we're diving deep into why that was a huge missed opportunity. Welcome to the Wolf Diaries. Remember that moment? Lord Debling was so into Penelope. He was ready to propose, ready to sweep her off her feet with his quirky charm. But oh no, right when things could have gotten interesting, Colin swoops in, suddenly realizing he's been in love with Penelope the whole time. Convenient timing indeed. Even though, I'll give Colin props for getting himself together faster than Anthony and Simon did in their respective seasons. I get it, folks. We all wanted Colin and Penelope to finally get together, and yes, it was a long time coming. But did we really need to throw Lord Debling under the carriage wheels to make it happen? The man was literally ready to propose, and the writers just poof, erased him from existence.
Gone.
No closure, no follow-up, no reaction to Penelope's engagement.
Nada.
It's almost like he didn't matter once Colin realized his feelings. And here's the kicker. Lord Debling wasn't some throwaway character. He wasn't just some random suitor.
He was interesting.
He was charming in his own way, and he had genuine affection for Penelope. Now, wouldn't it have been something to see how he really reacted to finding out she's engaged to Colin? In comparison to previous seasons, we saw the other love interests react to the leading couples getting together, and we saw them go through the motions of realizing their feelings weren't equally reciprocated, and in the end coming to a resolution. We saw Prince Friedrich of Prussia talk to Daphne after she was engaged to Simon, and we saw him resolving to return to Prussia and go through some sort of a reset. With Edwina, we saw the anger of being used as a pawn, and finally accepting that she and Anthony were never meant to be, and she went on ahead to make a splendid match abroad. I mean, how great would it have been to get a scene, just one, where Debling confronts Colin or Penelope? Maybe some heartfelt moment where he accepts their love, but gets his own chance to express what could have been? Something like what we saw in Season 2 with Edwina, Kate, and Anthony. Edwina got her resolution, right? She got to express her feelings and even gracefully step aside. It was closure, beautiful closure. But with Lord Debling, crickets. Debling, the forgotten suitor, destined to wander the globe with a broken heart and no answers. But seriously, what a wasted opportunity. There was so much potential to flesh out his character. Let's not forget, at one point, there was even talk of him pursuing Cressida Cowper, which could have been hilarious. Imagine Debling, the slightly awkward but lovable lord, courting the social climbing queen bee, Cressida. It would have been comedy gold. But nope, that storyline vanished. What happened? Did he lose interest? Did the writers just forget? So, after Colin and Penelope's engagement, we get a brief mention that Debling left for his travels. And that's it. No glimpse into his mindset. Was he heartbroken? Resigned? Angry? Or did he find peace and move on? These are the questions that fans, like me, would have loved to see answered. Because Lord Debling wasn't just some filler character. He had a unique presence, and it was his time to shine. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for Colin and Penelope finally having their moment in the spotlight. But the way Debling was tossed aside felt like a disservice, not just to him, but to the audience who actually enjoyed his character. And I can't help but think about how much richer the story would have been if we had a proper resolution between these three. A heartfelt conversation between Debling and Colin. Some acknowledgement of their rivalry because Colin was jealous. Let's be real. And maybe even a moment where Debling and Penelope say goodbye on good terms, with him wishing her well. You know, like grown-ups? So, why didn't we get the same care with Debling, Colin, and Penelope? Now, some of you might be thinking, but we needed to focus on Colin and Penelope. And sure, I get that. But part of what makes Bridgerton so binge-worthy is the drama and emotional complexity. Imagine the tension if Debling had found out about their engagement and stayed in town. Maybe try to process his feelings while also still trying to make sure he married someone before he left for his travels. Wouldn't it have been even more interesting had Cressida confronted Penelope as Lady Debling? And that would have added layers, people. Layers. Instead, we were left with Lord Debling heading off on some vague journey off-screen, leaving fans to wonder, what could have been? What would his next chapter have looked like? Will he ever return? And, of course, how on earth did he and Cressida leave things when he left? And what was that conversation like? Because, let's face it, there was untapped potential for comedy and just overall chaos there. So, here's my call to the Bridgerton writers. If you're watching, Lord Debling needed to have his moment. Bring him back in Season 4. Let's see some closure, some character growth, maybe even a new love interest. Don't let this quirky, lovable lord fade into the background. And there you have it. That's it for today's deep dive. Do you think Lord Debling deserved better? Would you have liked to see a resolution between him, Colin, and Penelope? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more Bridgerton reviews, theories, and all the juicy gossip from the ton. Until next time, stay fabulous, and may your dance cards always be full. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and/or subscribe for more delightful content, and I'll see you on the next one.